Hey, so just a little update. Um, I am not sure if I will be returning. This is not me saying no, this is me saying I'm not gonna be sure. For sure, for sure. I'm not. I don't want this to be like Shattered Dreams, a little Gold Dust reference, like from WWE. Um, or Broken Promise. Um, but probably I won't. I don't know if I'm gonna be returning back to social media on New Year's Day or even this weekend at all. Um, Originally, when I looked at my work schedule, it said on Sunday, January 1st, that I had off on that day. Well, looks like there's been a change of plans, and it's not my job's fault. Um, it's just something I had to do because I felt like I needed to do what I had to do because it was more important. And it really is more important, especially because financially, financially, I financial struggle is a big issue. Um, I know $9 an hour doesn't really make much of a well, it makes some difference, but because making something's better than nothing. But um, I'm just saying, like, it all depends. So there's been a little bit of changes to my schedule for tomorrow, which is for Friday. My work schedule, that is, which is pretty much messing around um, with what I have planned for New Year's. So Friday and Sunday, there's been some changes. So today at work, the first thing that happened was a change of plans with Friday because me and a worker agreed to switch shifts and get approved with it by a main manager. I was originally supposed to work at concessions from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. And now I'm working as a checker usher tomorrow. Actually it's midnight as of me recording this, so rather later today. It's Friday. I will be coming into work around 6 p.m. and working until ends, so working around until midnight. And then Saturday is the same thing. I'm going to be working as checker usher for both days. Basically, my other coworker is taking the position I originally once had before, that was originally planned for me on schedule. He's taking my shift and he's taking it earlier in the day. So that's for Friday, which is today. And Sunday I was gonna have the day off. Well, at least because it looked like there was gonna be nothing planned for me that day. But it seems that there has been last minute email for opportunity for hours. So that actually happened. Um, and so those opportunity for hours would mean that I'm working as a door, which is like ripping apart the tickets and stuff, from 3 till close on Sunday. Now, I don't know. Now, I know I once said that uh, Sunday is like considered a weekday at the movie theater. So, I'm not sure if they're closing till 8, like at 8. So, I don't know if 3 till closing means that exactly. But depending if I do or not, if I'm at least home by 9 o'clock, I can still be able to have my plans to go around on social media. I'm gonna have to be quick about it, but I could be on at least for like 2 or 3 hours. Better than nothing. Well, maybe 4. Maybe 4. That will be heading into Monday, because Mondays and Wednesdays I have off as well. But you know, um, I could do something like that. But I don't know for sure, because these past, I don't know if it's because of the holiday or if it's because Avatar 2 has released. The movie theater has been closing later on weekdays, like around 10:30 or 11 o'clock, same times as Fridays and Saturdays, because like this has been like since Avatar 2 released, I think. So most likely it's because of the movie, but it's also been the holidays. So I don't know if it will close again back to that time. Because Fridays and Saturdays are considered like weekends, so they end later on those days, usually. But I'm not sure how things are gonna work out for Sunday, because it's been very busy. Like every single day, like the IMAX has been freaking packed. People have been coming to see this movie, Avatar 2, a lot. So, yeah. And there's been like 3 rounds of times of every time it's been on. What do you call it? Show times. It's like been 3 IMAX show times. Daily. And the last showing might, depending on the last showing, the last one is past 8 o'clock, most likely. That means we're closing later, like 10:30 or 11 o'clock. So, which means if that happens, I'm not going on social media on January 1st. That's going to have to be moved to the very next day on Monday. Of course, Mondays and Wednesdays are usually my busy days. Though this past Monday and Wednesday, because it's been during the holidays and it was right after Christmas, I'll be quite honest with you, I haven't been that much busy on those 2 days, on my days off from work during the holidays, because I've been busy every other day. One of the reasons because of work, and other reasons because I've been out. But the Monday and Wednesday that I had off from work, I haven't really done anything on those days. I've only been a little bit productive. I haven't really done much. I've been pretty fucking lazy on those 2 days past Christmas. To be quite honest with you. And that usually happens. There are a few times that on Mondays and Wednesdays I am pretty lazy, in a lazy mood when there is nothing really urgent that I feel, nothing urgent that needs to get done, or just, I don't know, I guess just feeling lazy for the most part and only getting a few things done. Just usually not feeling very productive, to say the least. So I will still try to be active on social media platforms sometime around at least Sunday or Monday. If I can't do it earlier in the afternoon, I might have to wait until after I do laundry, when my youngest sister comes home from school, because I usually do laundry, and the laundry mat closes pretty early. It closes like around 8 o'clock, but they fucking close an hour earlier because these assholes that own it now, they fucking come to the laundromat an hour earlier around 7 o'clock and say, oh, we're closed. They're just fucking dipshits. I'm like, it's not even 8 o'clock yet. And they're like, take your shit out of the dryer. It's like, that's why I usually just do it around, on Mondays I do it around 4 o'clock and try to get it done by, like 6 o'clock, and nothing past that. It has to be within that time range, because I can't do it earlier. Not because I'm lazy, but because my sister obviously is in school. I have to wait for her to come home and put her stuff that she was also wearing during the day into the laundry stuff, and my mom to come home too. If she's working, she has to come home from work and put her stuff in too. So, and sometimes on Mondays and Wednesdays, earlier in the days, we go out. Maybe sometimes, well, I wouldn't say later for Mondays, because, laundry, and same things with Wednesdays, but earlier in the days we usually go out to do things, to get some shopping done, or taking my checks to the bank. Sometimes I get some stuff done around the house too on those days. With whatever I can get done. I'm more productive outside the house than I am productive inside the house, though. That's the thing. It's just when you got a lot of pets and stuff, it's hard to stay on top of shit. Because they all hang out downstairs and it's a fucking disaster. Not to blame everything on them. I mean, there's some other issues with the house. But trying to do our best. Nobody's perfect. Everyone has their own personal issues. I'm sure there should be no judgment, really. I had one close friend that I talked about my problems about before. One close friend that I had known since 3rd grade, and he lives pretty close. He lives pretty close to a Family Dollar, too. And he was the only friend that had a normal reaction that could understand me with whatever I told him. His response was like, so I had these issues, and he would say like so-and-so, and we would talk further, and because he could relate to what I went, some of the things I was going through, because he also was going through some struggles. And it's good to know there's at least that one person that goes through that kind of thing. I didn't have a whole lot of people that went through the things I went through. You know, if I told told the kind of things I went through out in public, or if anyone found out about this stuff, I'd be fucking embarrassed, straight up. And some of them who, you know, some of them who would criticize people like me, anyone who would criticize people like me for living the lifestyle that I do, and, you know, just, if they do that and say they just shame me for the way I live, and maybe they're valid to some criticism, like me being lazy and stuff, but just for struggling, and just, let's say even if I wasn't lazy, let's say I am actually hardworking and try to stay on top of things, but still get nowhere because there's still things that are holding me back no matter how hard I try. And I'm still shamed for it. And think of it like that. Imagine the people that are shaming me are the same fucking morons that have issues of their own. And eventually one day they get exposed for that. For the same stuff. People find out that they have problems of their own as well. Seeing that they have problems with their house, or whatever, or things that are worse beyond that, or that they have a criminal background and whatnot. And then that person that talks shit about a person like me or you, you know, it's like a narcissist. They start talking about themselves, bragging about, or crying about, oh, why do people shit on me? Why doesn't life revolve around me? the self-conniving sons of a bitches that think life should be revolving around them. That think it's all about them. Like my stepfather. They want to, blast others for certain things. But yet they're fucking hypocrites because they can't speak for themselves. And that's society in general. If you really think about it, people in society, the internet is the best. It is literally the best fucking example. The internet. People who expose each other all over. There's good and there's bad. Everyone has good and bad. But in the end, they're all a bunch of hypocrites. In some way, shape, or form. People that expose one another, they all eventually get exposed in some kind of way. And in some ways it's sad. In some other ways, you just love to see it. Because then you get to see how fucking stupid they look when they think they're all that, and they think, they're a fucking SJW who thinks they do all good things and don't do anything wrong. And then they get exposed and they start acting like, oh, life is not fair. Tough shit. Life isn't fair. I wish life was fair too, but it isn't. It isn't. You gotta cope with it, unfortunately. You gotta cope with this shitty society. And there's really nothing else you can do about it. No matter how bad it is. Anyways, I went too far on a rant. Sounding off on a rant. Now that I think about it, I did mention, I only mentioned a little bit about what has been going on in my life, just basically about work though, with my schedule and stuff. I've mentioned that part of my life about what's been going on recently, and of course, me doing nothing on Monday and Wednesday. But I haven't mentioned everything else outside of that. But I'm not going to mention anything else. So either Sunday night, if I return on time, or Monday. Somewhere in the afternoon or the evening, I will return to social media on one of those days. On my main accounts. The one used for retro gaming. I did return to my social medias on the Red Guy Attitude, if you know what I'm referring to. The guy with the sunglasses, the rip-off Sesame Street character. Well, he's not really. He's the rip-off Evil Elmo meme, I should say, that I made. those accounts I returned for every Tuesday, and but they were like quick returns. I only returned on like Twitter and Instagram, and liked a few posts and comments, a few tweets, few DMs on Twitter. Haven't messaged back yet though. Will do. I can't do it on New Year's Day though. I'm gonna do that New Year's Eve. That's gonna change for my red guy attitude. He's gonna return on New Year's Eve, so that means before I go to work tomorrow, that means I'm gonna return on those social medias, on those accounts tomorrow before I go to work. But on either Sunday or Monday, I'm gonna return afterwards from work. On my actual accounts, the most active. Well, my retro gaming account. I'm active on Retro Mobster only on YouTube and Gmail. Not really active on Instagram and Twitter on those accounts, but I will go back on them sometime on after work on Sunday or the next day on Monday. So with that said, once I talk to you guys, with whoever's listening, well, and I'll just, anyone who I'm going to reach out to, I'm going to try to message out and reach out to whoever I haven't responded to or need to respond to. And if I don't make another video before this time, before New Year's Day, a video like this, I should say, then I hope you guys have a happy New Year's. And I will, when I talk to you guys on social media, I'll tell you about how I've been doing, and I'll ask you how you guys been doing, because I want to hear your side of the story too, and see how things have been going on. Because I did hear about some, this year has been a struggle for everyone in some sort of way. I'm pretty sure most of you people that I know also have went through like a financial struggle and have a hard time affording things too. And you can relate to at least that. You would probably know exactly what I'm talking about by that. What else I was going to mention? Oh yeah, and I'll ask about how your Christmas was. Hopefully you guys weren't trapped in any freezing temperatures like I was, or dealt with any blizzards. So depending on where you live. I mean, there was like a nationwide issue with that. So, I mean, it all depends. Until then, uh, Happy New Year's, everyone.